Hello, I'm Dr. David Thompson, and I want to start by telling you about a patient named Sarah. Sarah, a vibrant 55-year-old marketing executive from Seattle, came to me 3 years ago. Her hair loss was severe, yes, but that was just the symptom of a much larger crisis. She was terrified. Her energy was gone. She was suffering from daily debilitating joint pain, struggling to walk even short distances, and was utterly convinced she was rapidly heading toward needing a nursing home. Her family doctor had told her it was just the inevitable march of time, and offered her a list of strong painkillers and escalating pharmaceuticals. But the most shocking part, Sarah's underlying issue was so simple, so fundamental, that 97% of modern medicine completely overlooks it. It wasn't an exotic disease. It was a crippling deficiency. Fast forward to today. Sarah is thriving. Her joint pain is gone. She walks 3 miles every morning. And her hair? It's thicker, fuller, and has more shine than it did in her 30s. She is completely independent, energetic, and full of life. What was the solution? It wasn't a prescription drug. It was a simple, all-natural breakfast secret that focused on one profound truth. Your body can heal itself when you give it the right building blocks. I'm not talking about some expensive pill or a fancy, multi-level marketing powder. I'm talking about specific, powerful natural foods that, when combined at the right time, stop the internal mechanisms that cause hair loss and the associated aging symptoms. Today, I'm going to guide you through the detailed, science-based implementation of this exact method. Stick with me, because what you are about to learn could change the trajectory of your health. Now, before we dive into the science, I need to know who is in the room. This video is specifically for people who are dealing with the fear of declining health, our brilliant over 50 community, our hard-working office professionals who live on stress and instant coffee, and especially our brave postpartum women whose bodies have been depleted. If you are struggling with hair thinning, fatigue, or joint pain, I want you to immediately comment your current age and your number 1 health complaint right now. For example, 58 and joint stiffness, or 32 and exhaustion. Go ahead, type it below. This helps me understand the audience and focus our future research. Now, let me dismantle a myth. Many of you believe your hair loss is simply bad genetics or just part of getting older. That is a dangerous, passive mindset that keeps you dependent on drugs. The truth is, most age-related hair loss, particularly the kind we see in women and men over 50, is not due to genetics. It is due to a chronic, underlying deficiency in 3 specific nutrients that are essential for the health of your scalp's blood vessels and the structure of the hair follicle itself. We are going to correct those 3 deficiencies, starting today. For those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. David Thompson. I am a physician and health expert with over 30 years of clinical experience treating thousands of patients. My focus has never been to simply manage symptoms with pharmaceuticals. My mission, the core of this channel, is to help viewers like you live healthy, independent lives well into your 80s and 90s, using the power of scientifically validated nutrition. We bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and cutting-edge molecular science. I've seen it all, from patients paralyzed by fear of dependence to those who have completely revitalized their lives. The core principle is always the same. Nutrition is your true medicine. Before we reveal the foods, let's check if your body is already screaming for these nutrients. This is a quick self-test. I want you to listen carefully and count how many of these 5 symptoms you are currently experiencing. 1. Do your fingers or toes frequently feel cold, even when the room is warm? 2. Do you have persistent, dry, or cracked skin, not just on your hands, but on your legs or scalp? 3. Do you find yourself exhausted 30 minutes after eating a meal, especially breakfast? 4. Are your joints, knees, hips, knuckles, stiff or slightly painful first thing in the morning? 5. Do you have significant brain fog or trouble recalling simple names or words in the afternoon? Count the number. Now, comment the number below right now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If you scored a 3 or higher, your body is sending you a clear signal. These seemingly unrelated symptoms, cold extremities, dry skin, fatigue, joint stiffness, and hair loss, all trace back to the same fundamental root cause: chronic inflammation and circulatory ischemia. Think of your hair follicle as a delicate flower. To thrive, it needs two things: perfect soil and water delivered efficiently. Chronic inflammation is like a hidden drought, and circulatory ischemia is like a rusty pipe, blocking the vital nutrients from ever reaching the root. This is the condition we must reverse to stop hair loss fast. Solution 1. The surprising seed that restores blood flow. Our first powerful solution, a surprising addition to your breakfast, is the humble flaxseed. Wait, don't tune out yet. This isn't just for fiber. This tiny seed is a vascular powerhouse. Let's talk about Marcus, a 68-year-old retired engineer from Arizona. Marcus was deeply worried about his thinning crown. After just 4 weeks of integrating this breakfast secret, which relied heavily on the precise preparation of this seed, Marcus noticed a profound change, not just in his hair density, but in his overall alertness. He told me he felt like he had a new internal oil change. The change was gradual but undeniable. His wife was the first to comment on his new hair growth. The reason this works is the extremely high content of lignans and alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, an omega-3 fatty acid. Let me use a metaphor. Chronic inflammation and stress create what I call vascular sludge, a sticky, thick environment in your tiny blood vessels, especially those feeding your hair follicles. ALA acts like a molecular degreaser, drastically improving the fluidity of your blood and reducing the inflammatory compounds. This directly combats circulatory ischemia, ensuring a rich, oxygenated blood supply reaches the hair roots. This isn't theory. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food in 2019 demonstrated that the active compounds in flaxseed significantly improve capillary blood flow and reduce markers of systemic inflammation. The paper noted that this reduction in inflammation is a key factor in improving the microcirculation of the skin and scalp. Practical guide: how to. The golden rule here is preparation and timing. Flaxseed must be ground right before consumption. The whole seed will pass through you undigested. Dosage: start with 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed daily. Golden time: first thing in the morning, mixed into your breakfast. Notes: this is crucial. You must consume it with an activating fat. The body needs fat to properly absorb and utilize the ALA. Mix it into a plain yogurt, a smoothie with a small amount of avocado, or sprinkle it on cottage cheese. Avoid mixing it into high-sugar cereals, as the sugar can counteract the anti-inflammatory benefit. Have you ever tried incorporating flaxseed into your daily routine? If so, what was your experience? Let me know in the comments below. Solution 2. The anti-inflammation drink that feeds the root. Our second essential component is a powerful, yet often overlooked vegetable that you should be drinking: carrots. Not the juice from a bottle, but freshly prepared. My patient Lisa, a 34-year-old mother of 2 from Boston, was going through severe postpartum hair loss. Her body was nutrient depleted and under chronic stress. After integrating a very specific carrot-based morning drink into her routine for 8 weeks, not only did her hair shed dramatically decrease, but she noticed her eyesight improved. She felt less sensitive to bright sunlight. It was a clear sign that the internal healing was working. Carrots are an astonishing source of beta-carotene, the precursor to vitamin A. Think of beta-carotene as your body's internal sunglasses and the master regulator of cell growth. Hair follicles are the second fastest dividing cells in the body, after intestinal cells. They need vitamin A for proper replication and differentiation. Furthermore, beta-carotene acts as a potent antioxidant, neutralizing the free radicals and oxidative stress that damage the cells of the hair follicle, the exact damage that leads to hair loss. It literally fortifies the hair shaft from the inside. The critical role of vitamin A in hair health is well documented. A major review in the journal Dermatology and Therapy in 2019 highlighted that the modulation of the hair cycle is highly dependent on sufficient vitamin A levels, and that deficiency is strongly linked to hair loss disorders like telogen effluvium, common in stress and postpartum. Practical guide: how to. Again, preparation is key. We are going for maximum absorption of the fat-soluble beta-carotene. Dosage: 4 to 6 medium organic carrots per day, juiced or blended. Golden time: mid-morning, ideally 1 to 2 hours after your first meal. Notes: to ensure maximum absorption, you absolutely must add a source of fat. Blend your carrots with 1 teaspoon of olive oil or, even better, a small amount of the ground flaxseed we just discussed. This combination boosts the nutrient absorption significantly. A gentle warning: while incredibly beneficial, excessive consumption, over 10 carrots daily for months, can temporarily turn your skin slightly yellow, carotenemia. Are you already a fan of carrot juice? What healthy additions do you make to your morning blend? Let us know in the comments. Solution 3. The anchor vitamin that stops breakage. Our third and perhaps most critical breakfast component is the food rich in the vitamin I call the anchor vitamin. This is eggs. Specifically, the whole egg. I think of Eleanor, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. Her main complaint was not just hair loss, but severe, brittle hair that was constantly breaking. It felt weak and lifeless. Eleanor had been on a low-fat diet for decades, mistakenly avoiding the yolks. Within 2 months of returning whole eggs to her breakfast, Eleanor reported her hair was dramatically stronger and more resilient, and her nails were no longer splitting. She could finally grow it out again. The magic is in the yolk, which is packed with biotin, vitamin B7, and high-quality, bioavailable protein. Biotin is essential for the production of keratin, the fibrous protein that forms the structure of your hair shaft. Think of protein as the bricks of your hair and biotin as the molecular cement that holds those bricks together. Without enough of both, the hair becomes weak, brittle, and breaks off easily. The egg provides both in one perfect, natural package. Furthermore, the complete amino acid profile in eggs directly supports the health of the dermal papilla, the structure responsible for hair growth. Protein and biotin are cornerstones of hair health. A study published in the International Journal of Trichology in 2016 confirmed the association between certain nutritional deficiencies, including protein and biotin, and hair loss in women. The study concluded that adequate dietary intake of these nutrients is vital for maintaining the hair growth cycle and structure. Practical guide: how to. The best way to eat an egg for maximum nutrient retention and absorption. Dosage: 2 to 3 whole eggs daily. Don't throw away the yolk. That is where the power is. Golden time: morning/breakfast. This provides the foundational protein and biotin your body needs to start its daily cellular repair cycle. Notes: to maximize the nutritional synergy, I recommend eating them gently cooked, poached, soft-boiled, or lightly scrambled to preserve the nutrients while improving protein digestion. Crucially, if you are struggling with a very specific, aggressive form of hair loss, like alopecia areata, I strongly advise against consuming raw egg whites, as they contain a protein that can temporarily inhibit biotin absorption. Cooked is best. Be honest, have you been avoiding the yolk? Let me know. It's time to bring back this powerful, natural food. We've covered a lot of science today, but the implementation is simple and elegant. 1. Ground flaxseed reduces vascular sludge / improves blood flow. 2. Carrot juice, master antioxidant / cell growth regulator. 3. Whole eggs, keratin cement / hair shaft strengthening. This isn't just about stopping hair loss. It's about reversing the underlying internal aging, the inflammation, and the circulatory issues that are slowing down your body. This breakfast secret is your first step toward true, independent health. My final advice and gentle warning: be patient, but be consistent. You did not lose your hair or your health overnight, and you won't get it back overnight. It takes time for the hair cycle to respond, usually 4 to 8 weeks for a noticeable reduction in shedding and 3 to 6 months for clear regrowth. Consistency is the medicine. Do not fall for the myth that your only option is a costly pharmaceutical that merely masks the symptom. Your body is a masterpiece, and it craves natural, scientific nourishment. If you found this video helpful, please do 2 things for me right now. 1. Hit the like button to spread this crucial, science-based information to others who need it. 2. Subscribe to my channel. Don't miss the next video where I reveal a simple nightly ritual that maximizes the nutrient absorption from this breakfast secret. Take control, start today, and I look forward to reading your success stories. Until next time, be well.